At first glance, these lovingly restored railway carriages from Ireland's golden age of steam are truly a sight to behold. On closer inspection, however, we can see that we are actually looking at a crime scene, for these historical items have become the victims of crimes against signwriting. But fear not, for I have come to right this wrong.
Greetings, brushketeers, and welcome to another traditional signwriting lesson with John Boy.
A little learning is a dangerous thing. So wrote Alexander Pope in 1709. And here we have a classic example of what can happen when a lack of perspective and understanding of the many complexities and nuances of signwriting lead to an extremely misguided approach to lettering restoration. I won't go into the whys and wherefores of who is responsible for the damage, but as you can see, it's pretty bad. And I don't know about you, but I think that these late Victorian, early Edwardian antiquities deserve better. And to plagiarise an old saying, why rack a train for a ha'porth of paint? But wait, it gets worse. Someone has actually had a go at touching up the damage, and the results speak for themselves. This leaves me no alternative but to try and completely remove the offending articles and start the entire lettering process from scratch, the right way. But before I attempt any removal, I will first be making a tracing of the current lettering and shading. Normally I would just start lettering, but I'm expecting to be left with some form of ghosted image on the paintwork after removal. So it is very important that the new signwriting covers exactly the same area as before. Although most of this appears to be quite literally falling off the job, it is always best to take the softly approach with the stripping. Do not wade in with any aggressive solvents or sandpaper. As a test, I will totally cover all of the lettering with the masking tape, which I will then rub really hard with a vinyl application squeegee before removing. As I lift the lid from Pandora's box, apart from realising that this is not all going to come off as easily as I first thought, I am beginning to get at least some sort of understanding as to how this was done in the first place. It appears to be some form of contour cut water slide transfer with added hand painted detailing. Some parts of it seem to be either printed or possibly layered with multiple decals, and I'm guessing that the painted parts were maybe done before application. The next step is to take on the looser fragments with a plastic razor blade scraper, which will not damage the paintwork in any significant way. The painted detail on the block lettering is well enough executed, however the blended highlights on the serif letters leave a bit more to be desired. This adhesive residue was kinda soft and sticky, very like the glue from vinyl stickers, which can be a complete nightmare to remove if you've ever tried it. So I dabbed it with white spirit and allowed it to soak in. Expecting to have to go through an extremely messy adhesive removal process, I was pleasantly surprised to find that the spirit had been absorbed and dried really quickly, resulting in a hardening of the glue, which was relatively easily chipped off with the scraper and a healthy dose of elbow grease. The serif lettering on the brown and cream carriage, however, proved to be a case of extremes. I only had to look at some letters in the wrong way and they fell off, whereas others wouldn't budge for love nor money, which meant that I had to step up the aggression factor by using the safety side of a metal scraping razor. And about 3 hours later, I have enough of a blank canvas to allow me to begin painting on my next visit. This entire restoration job will take quite a few visits to the Railway Society to complete, and I have limited access, so it's basically once a week. So please let me know in the comments if you would like me to document the complete restoration process. And if there's enough interest, I will certainly consider it. So thank you for watching, and please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. You never know, you might just learn something.